I just thought I'd come for a bit of a walk and a bit of a walking meditation in Weddon Mountains National Park today. Here we are on our way up to the Ben Halls Cave lookout area, and whoops, nearly went for a trip there. It's essentially going to be a silent meditation, silent bushwalk, but we'll just see who and whatever pops up along the way. Might even spot a few friends out here. G'day. G'day, Skippy. You're alright, mate. We're not going to hurt you. G'day, Skippy. Oh man, that's a lovely smell. Always love the scent of the bush essences just before or just after fresh rain. And at the moment, it's a little bit cloudy at the moment, but I reckon within the next 4 or 5 hours, we're going to be seeing a bit of rainfall here in the Weddon. Oh, I always love coming out at this sort of time in the day. You really get to capture the essence of the bush essences on the wind just before or just after fresh rain. And at the moment it looks like it's going to be raining within the next few hours out here. At the moment we're on our way up to Ben Halls Cave, Ben Halls Lookout. And we've got an option of a long way to get up there or a short distance. Now, I'm not going to tell you what's along the way until we start actually walking up there. Leave it a bit of a surprise. But if you're ever coming out here, just be prepared for the conditions. The conditions can change at any time, but if you do come out, don't come out in your Sunday best. As bushwalking, it's like there's two ways of doing things: the easy way or the hard way, or the long way or the short way. And sometimes the long way or the short way is not always the easiest way. But you live and you learn. So I'm going to take the short way, but I'm not going to say what's along the way until we actually get there. So the Ben Horse Cave is off to the east. Ben Horse Camping Ground is just where I came from, back to the west. This little track here at the moment is part of the fire trails, and oh no, I've forgotten exactly what it's called. We can hear a few friends chirping in the background there already. Lesson we learn in life: sometimes the shortest way is not always the easiest way. I forgot to mention earlier, you might hear some people talking in the background earlier in the video, but that's because there's a couple of families at the base campsite. In this sort of environment, the acoustics are very good, meaning you can often hear from up high what's happening down below. This is what I mean by the shortest route, guys and girls. It's the steepest, hardest way to get up to Ben Hall's Cave, but at the end of it, the result is worth it. This is all about the choices that we have in life. You want to get to where you're going, and you want to take the shortest way there. Sometimes the shortest way, the hardest way, is the way that we learn the lessons. It's the way that we learn courage, by taking the hardest route first. Because at the end of it, the results are worth it. In this scenario, it's like the hare and the tortoise. The tortoise wins the race, or rather, slow and steady wins the race. What? Oh, that was my water bottle. There we go. Just dropped my water bottle, guys. As always, guys and girls, whenever you're out walking into this sort of situation, always make sure you're wearing the proper sort of either riding boots or hiking boots with this sort of thing. Sand shoes or sneakers I wouldn't recommend, simply because they don't have the sort of grip level and sideways roll or ankle protection that riding boots and hiking boots have. So whenever you come out to these sort of places, just take that little bit of extra preparation for for doing this sort of thing. Okay, well, here we are at the famous Ben Hall's Cave. One more. There we go. There we go. There we go, guys and girls. Hard to believe 30 odd years ago. It wouldn't have been too uncommon to see little kids up in this area playing around under the rocks. This is a sign of the times for you. A, the national parks guys are a little bit worried about people getting in there because they don't want to get sued. But B, it's a testament to how nature works. About 30 or 40 odd years ago, the roof of this cave would have been about, 30 feet high. This day and age, you can actually see inside here where nature has played its role, and it's actually started to, the roof has actually started to collapse from inside out. But I would love to get in there, and I know how to get in there, but I'm not going to show you how to get in there on this video. But it's something to be a part of when you're coming up here and you want to sit down and do a bit of meditation or connect with land spirits and things like that. It's really something to come up here as well with it. Well, so this is Ben Hall's Cave, one of Australia's most notorious bush ranges. But like everyone, there's always two sides to these sort of stories. Here we've got Ben Hall's Cave. European settlement moved into the area around Wetton Mountains in the late 1820s, 1830s. This period also ushered in the lawlessness of a sparsely populated and policed area. The first bushrangers to appear in this region were two escaped convicts, Scotchy and Whitten, who used the Wetton Mountain ranges as a refuge until the law caught up with them. With the discovery of gold at Lambing Flat, now young, in 1859 and Forbes in 1860, a tremendous increase in the population occurred. This is not this would be discounting the indigenous people that were already here. So that's the racism that would have existed back in those days. This group of outlaws comprised of Frank Gardner, John O'Malley and John Gilbert. They were later joined by Ben Hall, John Dunn and Mick Burke. Others who became associated with the gang for a short time were Dan Charters, Alec Fordyce, Harry Manns and John Bow. The gang ranged far and wide, holding up mail coaches, travellers, storekeepers, homesteads, a gold escort, and on one occasion the town of Canowindra for 2 days. After these raids, they will return to their hideouts in the Wetton Mountains. This cave is one of a number of shelters reportedly used by Ben Hall and his gang. During this period in our history that lasted from 1859 to 1865, and by then all of these outlaws had been either hanged, shot, jailed, pardoned or deported, thus ending a very colourful part of our history. Okay, and you can see from this position, from a strategic point of view, Ben Hall would have had quite an observation point to look out towards the northwest, towards the Forbes and West Walling areas, to see if there was any trooper parties heading his way. So you can imagine by the time they got here, Ben Hall would either be in the cave hiding, or he'd be elsewhere in the mountain. He'd be somewhere else looking down upon us. And yeah. So thanks for joining us, guys. I'm going to sit back and have a little bit of a meditation just now, and see what spirit connections and that sort of thing pop up for us as well. You ever want to come here at any time of the year, guys and girls, I'll just I'll put a link up to the Wetton Mountains National Park at the top of the video. All right. Okay. Oh, damn it! Dropped the bloody lid.